Today's exclusive coverage of the NASCAR Super Truck Series by Craftsman at the 18th Annual Copper World Classic on TNN is brought to you by Chevy Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
The 1995 Skoal Bandit Copper World Classic from Phoenix was the first Truck Series race in NASCAR's history. The NASCAR Craftsman Super Truck Series was born. All 33 trucks that attempted to qualify made the field and would complete in an 80-lap thriller to decide the series' first winner and the $15,000 grand prize for winning. The top four were all Chevys, and it would be Dale Earnhardt's number 16 truck, driven by Ron Hornaday Jr., who would sit on pole, and four-time Winston Cup winner Ken Schrader, who would start alongside him. After the NASCAR Southwest Tours race, it was time for the truckers to take the green for the first time in history.
Here at Phoenix International Raceway, who will lead the first lap? We're green, and it is Hornaday with a jump.
Hornaday got a nice jump there. You see the Iceman on the inside. Terry Labonte has moved into second.
And they're hauling the mail off turn 2.
On lap 2, Joe Bessie and Johnny Benson found themselves in a heated battle, and just the very next lap, the first caution came out. It was for Rick Corelli hitting the wall and Troy Beebe spinning out for a weird reason.
Yeah, it started out, we ran hard in the Southwest Tour Taco Bell car and didn't move too far forward, and then hopped in the Decure Motorsports Taco Bell truck, and throttle hung up there on the first couple laps, and had to spin the truck to keep from crashing it, and then we got some kind of oil leak, so it's going to be a little long day in the Super Truck race.
Let's show you earlier what happened to Rick Corelli.
Well, this is out of the camera on the right-hand side. Oh! I relate to that story there. I've done that many a time. He just got up. It looked like he had a flat tire and got up in the wall.
Ron Hornaday led early but was followed closely by Terry Labonte and Ken Schrader. Once again, it didn't take long for the next caution to come out, this time for Gary Collins, who spun in front of the field in turn 4, and somehow no one hit him.
Well, one nice thing about racing the pickup truck we saw yesterday back in the garage area, when you knock a bunch of fenders and hood off it, they can load it in the bed to drive it on out. Top of the screen. Have a look, see what happens up here.
Oh yeah, it looks like he got on the apron or something coming off turn 4.
See the tire smoke off of there. Every truck coming out of that corner runs into this haze right here. The visibility is down to nothing, so it's just chain reaction. Everybody either locks the brakes up or runs in the back.
While Ron Hornaday continued his dominance out front, Mike Skinner was making progress quickly, up from a 16th starting spot to 5th on lap 20. But after a short green flag run, the yellow was back out on lap 22, this time for a pretty big incident.
Trouble in 4. The Ortho Lawn Care truck goes around, so does Bill
Slow down,
Cedric.
slow. Ooh, man, Walker Evans.
Missed everybody. How?
How?
How did he do it?
We have some damage to 3 trucks up there that I can see right now.
Bill Sedgwick, Bob Keselowski, and Steve McEachran.
Well, it looks like Sedgwick and Butler may have made contact first, and then this is chain reaction. Everybody's trying to slow down. You see tag there, locking the brakes up, going down. Watch this truck go back up the racetrack.
John Borman, who wrecked his truck in qualifying, would go down officially as the first retirement in a truck race after this crash, and only competed in one more truck race, also at Phoenix later that year. On the restart, just after lap 30, Ron Hornaday would be challenged for the first time all day. Ironically, it was Mike Skinner racing for RCR in the number 3 Black Goodwrench truck who took the fight to Dale Singer's truck. Skinner had already come from 60th to make an easy pass for the lead, but there was a long way to go. Schrader and Terry followed closely behind Hornaday in second, who was clearly not as fast as he had been through the first third of the race. At the halfway point, it was Skinner who led Labonte, Hornaday, Benson, and Schrader. Skinner had pulled out to a lengthy lead and looked untouchable through the middle of the race. Although the lead wasn't contested, there was awesome racing throughout the field and tons of passing. However, after the longest green flag run of the day, a debris caution came out on lap 61.
The yellow's out.
And we have caution.
Don't see any reason for the caution, but obviously there would be something.
Some things are merciful.
Thanks, Glenn. Labonte stayed out. So did Kenny Schrader, Joe Bessie, Scott Lagasse, Jeff Bodine. And we're ready to go green. 20 to go, or rather 17 laps to go.
Well, we're going to see whether that crapshoot everybody just made was going to pay off or not, because the 3 truck of Mike Skinner was only in 7th spot on the restart there. So he's got a good chance if he got any kind of advantage of getting on new tires and filling up the fuel. He'll be right back up front, I think.
As they mentioned on the broadcast, lots of trucks stayed out under the caution, which shuffled the favorites like Skinner and Hornaday to the back. Quickly, Skinner made progress, and once he had caught second place man Ken Schrader, the 5th caution of the day came out with just 9 to go.
And everybody scattered.
Whoa, we have some more spinning just in front of there.
Bill Sedgwick. We have 3 trucks involved. 37, Bob Strait.
You see the truck getting loose there.
That's Bob Strait.
Got loose right in front of my truck.
Yeah. Mike Bliss got underneath that trouble there. A lot of them got by this wreck and started spinning on up the racetrack here.
Bill Sedgwick and Bob Strait would both rebound from this late incident and take home a pair of top 15 finishes. With the 1 to go signal waving, it was Terry Labonte on old tires leading Mike Skinner on fresh tires.
Labonte on the button, brings him around.
Boy, he didn't waste any time getting up to speed, but he didn't pull anything on Skinner. Skinner sitting right behind him. Schrader, the first 3 trucks to broke away just a little bit.
Long gap back to Joe Bessie in 4th, and Scott Lagasse 5th, Jeff Bodine in 6th. And here comes Skinner. He has Labonte in his gun.
Here we go. We got an accident off of turn 4.
Oh, Lagasse goes around with P.J. Jones. Kerry Teague up in the fence. Lagasse spun it and got going again. Jerry Glanville spun up there as well.
You see these trucks racing back to the green here. This is under Winston Cup rules. They have to race back to the flag. So here they come off turn 4.
Luckily, the race didn't end under yellow, due to the green-white checkered rule being introduced in the Truck Series, even though it wasn't used in the Cup Series until 2004. Also, since the caution happened so close to the start-finish line and the caution came out immediately, Skinner had to give the race lead back to Terry Labonte. Now it was time for the first green-white checkered in NASCAR history.
Trying to hold Mike Skinner, Kenny Schrader, Joe Bessie, Jeff Bodine, and Mike Bliss. Jack Sprague has moved up to 6th.
Labonte has to check every place that 3 truck might make a pass on the bottom. Skinner's down on the apron, coming up side by side through turn 3.
Here he goes.
They don't touch. Labonte gave him room. Not a lot of room.
But he got on the outside, and that outside lane really seems to keep running. I still think he's in a whole lot for a while.
Mike side by side, down in turn 1, coming up out of turn 2.
Boy, Labonte is right there. He is not going to let this one get away.
I tell you, I'm sure Terry's going to drive on into turn 3 off of the deep.
This is it. Skinner ekes out an advantage. Will Labonte cross and dive under? He'll try it. Single file off the corner. Labonte can't get there. Mike Skinner will go to victory lane.
Wow, Mike Skinner done everything but a left turn coming off that corner. Wow.
We'll get a word with him. Mike, I got to ask you, it looked like on the last lap coming off the corner that the payload got a little light in the rear end there.
Yeah, the payload got real light there for a minute. I'll tell you, anybody besides Terry Labonte, I'd have really had second thoughts about racing like that. Terry's a real smooth racer, and I'll tell you, he gave me just enough room. He didn't give me any extra, but it worked out. The GM Goodwrench service truck really toted the mail today. I was really proud of it.
The first NASCAR truck race clearly delivered. It had everything: hard racing, wrecks, comers and goers, drama, and a thrilling finish. Mike Skinner went on to win the first NASCAR truck championship, totaling 10 poles, 18 top 10s, 17 top 5s, and 8 wins in just 20 races, with a mind-blowing 4.8 average finish. The next year, Skinner would rack up another 8 wins and a third-place finish in the driver's standings. Before this race, 38-year-old Mike Skinner had accumulated 17 total starts in NASCAR, with an average finish in the 30s. After these 2 unbelievable years, he would go on to race essentially 6 full-time seasons in the Cup Series, and pick up a win in the Busch Series for good measure. Although his Cup Series didn't plan out super well, it's safe to say Skinner probably would have never made a real career in NASCAR for himself if it wasn't for the NASCAR Craftsman Super Truck Series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this one, then hit the like button and subscribe for more. Peace.